Your competition is watching you. Yes, your competition is watching you. But what if I could show you a way to always have a leg up, a step in front, be ahead of your competition without doing anything unusual? What if you're just you? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why you shouldn't give a flying about your competition and why you should own the you harder than you've ever done it before so that you don't have competition, but you are set in front at all times. Does that sound fun? Does that sound fair? Does that sound something that would fire you up and want to go harder on your business and beat anyone and everyone around you? Well, let's break it down right now. Now, your competition is watching you, but here's the biggest problem that I'm seeing. Now, this is great because I'm going to even give you credibility on why you should even listen to me at all. I run a team called the VEE Team that helps entrepreneurs and businessmen and women create the best content online so that they convert those viewers into clients. Now, the problem that we constantly see is that these people who are creating content, entrepreneurs, businessmen and women, they're always comparing themselves to their competition. Oh, well, the competition has 500 more subscribers, 5,000, 500,000 more subscribers than we do. Oh, the competition is doing this. They're being more creative. They're being more thoughtful. They're being more, et cetera, et cetera. The biggest thing that I can say in this video is to stop comparing yourself to the competition. Stop comparing yourself to the past you. This is a big emphasis that we put inside of our Social Boost program, hosted by the one and only VEE Team, is to stop comparing yourself to the past you. Stop comparing yourself to the other competition. Why? Is because we only want to compare ourselves to our future selves. And I know that might sound floofy. It kind of sounds like up in the air, a little fugazi kind of thing. But the big point is we need to only compare ourselves to the future version of ourselves because that's the only person we have control over. And why should we worry about the things that we don't have control over? We have full control of the person that we will ultimately be, how we are creating our content, how we are positioning our business, how we are positioning ourselves within our business. We have full control of that. And that's the only person that we should be comparing ourselves to. But now how do we leverage that? Well, here's the thing is I'm kind of this is my specialty. I help people focus on their strengths, separate themselves from the competition, and ultimately position themselves in the best position so they're always a leg up, always a step in front, always ahead of their competition because they're just focused on them. And we talk about this in our Social Boost program that helps entrepreneurs gain massive amount of awareness, dominate the industry, and have an offer that converts at the highest rate. One very small part about that program is what we include is becoming the winner and not the blind competitor. The winner simply focuses on their ultimate objective. The blind competitor is always looking around wondering, hey, what's the competition doing? They're blind at the ultimate goal, but they're very much aware of, oh, the competition's doing this. The people who are less than us are doing that. The people who are in front are doing this. Well, the winner is only focused on winning, on their game, on their direction, right? So let's put this into tactical terms. When we're creating content, when we're running a business, when we're doing anything of the sort, I'll use content as an example. We want to focus on our own strengths so that we can position ourselves as the stronghold, not just for ourselves, but for our viewers. Because if we can just own the you, if we can own who we are today and what we're presenting ourselves in as every single day, then more people will relate to that. And that's the best thing that we could possibly do, especially within content, even running a business overall. People want to be able to relate to that other person. Right? Because tons of people are coming on here and simply saying, hey, we need to provide value. We need to create content. We need to create content incessantly all the time. Well, you need to, sure, you need to have a certain amount of quantity, but what about that quality factor? You know, there used to be a time where we needed to post a million times a week, like every day of the week and multiple times a week. That is simply not true anymore. What we need to focus on is the quality, not so much the quantity. And a great way to focus on that quality is to clearly identify what our strengths are. So think about this for yourself. I want to put this into perspective for you right now. What are your strengths in comparison to anyone and everyone in the industry? Maybe you come at this, maybe an example is one of our clients. He is a great rapper. He's a phenomenal rapper. And we've told him, we're like, hey, you need to create more content on you rapping and then tie that in to whatever product or service you offer, right? Now, here's the thing is like, you don't have to be in the rap industry to use your rap skills. Like if you're just a creative guy, like come to the table, be super creative. If you're smart, if you're analytical, bring on the numbers. People want to hear and understand that. Crunch those numbers, make it very easy for them to understand. If you're a good storyteller in a different perspective, bring on the stories. Allow people to understand like, hey, this is an example or a case study that you've provided for maybe from yourself or from a client that you've had. Now come to the table, understand your strength. This is the best thing that we can possibly do. At this point, once we have our strengths, what can we do moving forward? The big thing that we can do after we initialize and have our strengths set in front of us, maybe we need to talk to other people that we work with or just simply people who know us. Like, hey man, I'm trying to really like hone my you, like hone myself in my industry. This might sound weird, but what are some strengths that you see me having? And they'll probably be blunt with you. The right people, the people that you do business with and actually want to see you succeed, they'll be blunt with you and say, hey, you're very good at crunching the numbers. You are very good at pleasing people. You are very good at storytelling, right? You're very good at setting up events, right? Whatever the case may be. Use those strengths to now take into the next step, which is simply being innovative. And the term innovative comes from taking something that's already established and improving upon it. So we typically use the term innovative because we want to like come up with this brand new idea. Well, the word innovative actually comes from simply taking something that's already well established and improving upon it. So how can you look in your own industry and separate yourself from everyone else by simply taking what's already established and improving upon it with your strengths? Now, this is fantastic because think about it. You don't have to do anything outside of the norm. You're just doing what you do, boo. You're just focusing on being the best you. And that's, I mean, number one, easier. Number two, more effective. And let's break that down. It's easier because, well, you're just being you. You just need to identify it. Sometimes it does take that other person to address that and do that with you. Say like, hey, these are your areas of strength. And then number two, it's effective because why? You have those other viewers who are now being that much more related to you. You're impressing them because of your simple innovation that honestly came natural to you. So I want you to clearly understand, how can I separate myself from the competition? How can I stop comparing myself to maybe not just the competition, but maybe even the past Maxwell, the past version of you? Think about how you can stop comparing yourself to that and start comparing yourself to the ultimate version of you. That person, that man, that woman who's the future you, and how can you be that as soon and as effective as possible? It's probably honing your strengths and taking a big separation from anyone and everyone, including yourself, and saying, hey, this is the ultimate person that I need to be. So if you're wanting to implement that, I highly, highly suggest, kind of selfishly, kind of humorously, to get into content. Because in this spectrum, we're able to clearly identify and get direct feedback on saying, hey, and the numbers will tell you, sometimes people comment and say, that's an amazing video, but also the numbers will show you, hey, this video is performing very, very well, or this video is not performing well. You're not getting any traction here, right? I mean, that is brutally the honesty that you need. And so that's why content in its essence is so good for business. Not only does it gain you more awareness, but allows you to hone in on your skills, hone in on your strengths, directly speak to your target audience, and allow you to be positioned ahead of the rest on a scalable model, not just in person working one-on-one, right? So I highly suggest getting into content. If you are into content, think about how you can triple down on your strengths. And if you're just getting into content, well, congrats, you're watching this video and you already have a leg up than 99% of the people, the hundreds of entrepreneurs that we work with. Hone in on your strength. Make sure that you take that. And I don't mean you have a leg up on the entrepreneurs that we work with. They probably have a leg up on you because they're working with us and we give them the best game plan ever because we specialize in giving them the awareness, refining their offer for social media, and scaling up their business based on gaining that awareness and finally selling at the highest converting rate and then ultimately scaling up from there. But what I'm telling you is actually you have a leg up on 99.9% of people because you're honing in on your you. You know your strengths. You know how to separate yourself. So go do it. Test the market. Go ahead and create videos. The only thing that I want you to do, which doesn't cost anything to you, is to simply find out how we can expedite this process for you. We know how to create content and test yourself, position yourself in your market as the authority in the best way possible. Now, again, this doesn't cost any money to just simply learn about. Just simply go ahead and click the link below. It's in the description to learn more about our services, how we do expedite this process. Because simply, as I've spent a lot of money, actually I've spent to this day, I think about like $80,000 in different coaching programs, mentorships. Why? Because I'm smart. I know that I want to come to the table and learn from other people who are in that position or have the knowledge, the know-how to get me to that result faster than I could do it myself, right? And probably more effectively than what I could do myself. So the link is below. It's a free strategy, free, like completely free video for you to come learn and like what exactly we do. You'll get value on exactly what you can implement today on how to best use content for yourself. Again, nothing asked. If you want to take the next step and learn more, then there'll be a button there, of course. But yeah, go ahead and hit the link below and focus on really understand. Hold on, I just gotta say on that focus part. I went fly fishing with this guy, and we were out in the middle of Colorado, and the fly fishing guy was just telling us to focus. You must focus. And he would just constantly tell us to focus. But here's the thing is, he was white. He was like this really white dude, and I'm giving like an Asian accent. I'm like, dude, why are you telling us to focus? It's because he had this professor in his college that was very Asian, I guess didn't really speak that much English. And I think it was like an econ class. And she would always tell the class, you must fuck it. You must fuck it. And so as I'm fly fishing, trying to focus, here's my ADD kicking in, not focusing at all. He was always telling me, hey, you must fuck it. Fuck it, class, fuck it. And so anyways, I'm not telling you to fuck it. I'm telling you to focus, right? Focus on your strengths. Focus on the best you that you can possibly be. Focus on really separating yourself from the competition, from your past self, and really focus in on the future you with your strengths that come naturally, that will be impressive, that will be relatable, and ultimately have people convert. That's kind of the secret sauce. If you want to learn more of the secret sauce, that's like one ingredient of the secret sauce. If you want to learn more, then simply go ahead, hit the link below. It's in the description. And yeah, I'll see you in that video.